Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and this is week 25 of my doing 100 weeks of YouTube videos and focusing on living a healthy and happy life. So, yay for week 25. Okay, so now I have to remember my week. I'm going to get out my little list of weekly goals. I really should be looking at these on a daily basis so that I remember what I'm supposed to be doing on a daily basis, and then maybe I would be better at doing them for the week. So, mentally. Well, mentally, I did, I did write a chapter. I did work on a chapter in my book, The Plight of the Wise One. And I'm coming to the realization that I don't want to have to fill in all the gaps and questions that my writing friend asked me about the first few chapters in that book. So I'm gonna have to write some other books before it in order for it to make sense without my having to explain it in the story, which I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to do, but apparently I'm going to have to do. So, and I already have an idea as to how to do it and what to do with it. I just haven't done it yet. So it's a whole nother, yeah. Anyway, more books, more ideas, more things for me to write. Not that I didn't already have the ideas. I just thought that I could write them out of order and publish them out of order and it would be okay and I wouldn't. But apparently some of the details that I intend to put in the other books will make this book make more sense. So I won't have to work as hard on this book. So I don't know. I'm going to finish this book first and then I'll figure out when I go back to revise it what stuff needs to be added to it, if I can add it to make it make sense without the other books. Great. And if not, then I'll just have to hold off publishing it until I write the other books, but I'm still going to write it out of order. Anyway, mental notes, sidetrack, whatever, mentally things. Also, I finished my 100 days of recognizing God's hand in my life, and I started 100 days of doing 2 things every day that I don't want to do, that I need to do, that are good for me. So just the stuff that I've been procrastinating and doing. So I've been doing my videos, which is good, but I've been challenging myself to do more things. So that's been a little bit harder. Finances. Don't remember what I did with my finances for the week. What I did was I paid my bills. Paid my bills on Tuesday for everything that hadn't already come out, so I'd be okay for all of my bills on Wednesday, and I went grocery shopping on Wednesday and realized that I get paid again on the 1st, so it was okay if I spent a little extra money because my paycheck that I got paid on is supposed to cover everything on the 1st, but I get paid again on the 1st, so maybe not the wisest decision in doing that with my money, but I was like, hey, I can do that, so I did it. Yeah. I also talked to my attorney about my car accident, so he's actually working on both of them and giving me some numbers or ideas as to how much money I might be getting from them. So I'm also kind of trying not to, but definitely doing where I'm banking money I don't have yet or spending money I don't have yet, like planning on how I'm going to spend the money that I'm going to get and being okay with spending the money without actually having the money yet, which is not a good idea because I don't know exactly when I'm going to get the money or how long that's going to take. And I don't know. I know my attorney said it could take a couple of phone calls, but I don't know how many phone calls that's going to take or how that's going to work out. So I really probably should wait until I actually have money before I decide what to do with it. But I feel a lot less stressed about my finances because I know I have money coming to cover them. But I still have to figure out how to pay attention to them until I get that money. And even when I do get that money, I have to make sure that I spend it wisely and not frivolously, which is very hard for me too. So right now, that's where my finances are at. Okay, socially, what did I do this past week? Socially, I went to a church function on Tuesday. I think it was this week. Maybe it was the week before. It was on the 17th, so it was this past week. So yeah, I went to a church function I didn't really want to go to, but I went to. I just didn't want to go because they were just scrapbooking and stuff, and I'm not really into scrapbooking and stuff. And they were making vision boards, and I already have a vision board, so I didn't really feel like there was a point in going, but I made myself go because I knew it was something I should be doing, and because it was a social thing, and I need to do more social things in my life, and I'm glad that I went. So it was fun, and it was good. And I went and cleaned on Friday night, and that was good. And then I went to the temple on Saturday, so that was good. And I reached out to some friends and did some texting and made plans to spend some time with one of my friends on Monday. So also good. And I went to church on Sunday, and I went to my 12-step meeting on Sunday. I didn't do family dinner on Sunday because I didn't know if they were having family dinner, and they didn't respond back to me until Monday. So kind of too late after that. So anyway, so socially, I think I was doing okay. Maybe not quite doing my list, which is, to contact or call a friend or family member every day. Not do it every day. Went to church, did that. Go to as many activities as possible. I went to the one that was there. Fulfill my callings. I did that. Answer my phone. I did answer my phone, and I did return phone calls. And even if I didn't want to, I made myself do it. So, yeah, been doing that. Yeah, I think that's about it. Emotionally, making videos. I've been making my videos, writing my journal. I wrote in my journal every day except for Friday. I wrote Saturday morning for Friday, so I'm still counting it as having written every day. I just did not write Friday night. I don't know what my issue is with writing in my journal Friday nights. I think it's because it's just like my half day at work, because I can come home and just do whatever I want after work. Not whatever I want, but I can come home and do other things after work. And then I end up staying up later than I can the rest of the week that I normally do, because I go to the temple, and then I come home and then I'm just tired and I kind of want to unwind. And I know journaling would be the best way to unwind, and then I just don't. So I just fall back into my old habits of not, and then I'm tired and I go to bed. I still go to bed at like 2 or 3 o'clock, literally on Saturday morning, Friday night. So I have no excuse not to journal. At midnight when I come home from the temple, I just choose not to. So I need to work on that one. I don't even know what that says. Oh, I did work on my grief stuff too on Sunday. I did do some of my grief book to deal with my emotion stuff when I started crying about it. And then I texted my Al-Anon J friend and told her that I did some the week before and I did some this week. I didn't tell her I did some the week before. I just told her I'd done a couple of sections that I wanted to share with it. But one was from the week before that I never shared, and then one was from Sunday. And so she said she'll meet with me Friday. So I'm like, okay, so I will be sharing that with her. So that will be more emotional things and social things. See, they all interlap. They all interlap. It's fantastic. So, yes, I did that. And then doing dishes. I did some dishes. Like I said, I started trying to do, I think it was Friday. No, Friday I finished my 100 days. So Saturday, I started doing 2 things every day I didn't want to do. So it's either Friday or Saturday. I don't know. So I did get myself to do some dishes and do some other things that I don't want to do. But emotionally, that makes me feel better about myself, because I feel like, yay, I'm actually getting stuff done. And then I don't beat myself up as much about all the stuff that's left undone, because I'm actually doing things. So I do feel just better emotionally because I'm doing more things, which is kind of interesting. And it's only been a few days, but it's making a difference. So I guess it's worth it, and I'll keep trying. I will keep doing. I need to change that. Not trying, doing. Okay. Spiritually. Okay. So I have been praying and writing inspirations and things like that. And I got inspiration that it's going to be really hard to do my 100 days of 2 things I don't want to do. So it's going to be hard. But I can do it, and that God is there to help me do that. And of course, it was God that put into my head that I needed to do it in the first place. And I didn't really want to do that either. So still don't, but I'm still doing it because I know it's the right thing to do. And because I know that it's going to help me to not feel so overwhelmed and to not feel so stressed out, because I won't have so many things hanging over me that are just left unfinished and undone, and I won't feel as overwhelmed. At least that's what I'm hoping at this point. So, and I've been really good at reading my scriptures and meditationals every day this week, and I did it on the days that I was supposed to do them. And there was a day or two that I didn't get it done before work, and I came home and I actually finished it after work. So I'm very proud of myself for that too. So I didn't just leave it undone. Did it every day. Done. Physically, I haven't done anything other than make myself crazy. I have the ideas of doing physical stuff. I've just been doing my just trying to eat healthy. But I will be honest, I bought sugar, and I'm not sorry I bought sugar, and sugar tastes so yummy. Okay, I didn't exactly buy sugar itself, I bought barbecue sauce, because I like barbecue sauce, and I don't remember which one it's called. I think it's like Smokies or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'd have to get it out of my fridge, and I'm not going to. But there's a brand of barbecue sauce that I saw at the store that it's all natural stuff, but instead of a preservative, instead of high fructose corn syrup like all the other ones have that I know my body can't digest, it has sugar. So I haven't had it in a really long time because it has sugar. And then, I don't know, I just have been wanting to just not be so strict with my diet, but there's really not a whole lot of any other things that I can eat or should eat. So I still, I probably cheat for lunches at work and things like that, and had my Twizzlers for a while. And now I'm like, I bought barbecue sauce, and I put it on pork chops and vegetables for several days in a row because it just tastes so yummy. And it is very yummy. I don't know how good it is for me. Probably not the best for me, but I figure I've been having honey and agave syrup that do the same thing to your blood sugars as regular sugar does. So why not have a little bit of sugar? Besides, I've lost a few pounds, and my AC1 is, actually this last week I didn't lose a lot of weight. I went from like 238 last week to 237. And on Saturday, that was Friday, and then on Saturday it's been 234. It was actually 236, which is really disappointing. So I was 234 on Sunday again, so it worked itself out one way or the other. I just keep weighing myself every day until I get a weight that I like. Not that that's the way I should do it, but I did go down a pound from Friday to Friday, so I figure that's a good thing. But as long as I'm not going up, super high up, I'm just staying around the same weight. I mean, it's okay because your weight fluctuates from a couple of pounds every day anyway. But it would be nice if it was consistently going down again. But I figure, okay, my AC1 went from 6.4 to 6.2 in the last year since I've changed my diet. So I figure a little bit of sugar in a barbecue sauce can't be that much sugar, and it can't do that much damage. And it tastes so yummy. So I'm indulging, which is not the best decision in the world, but I'll be honest, it tastes yummy. And I don't know that I'm having any adverse negative effects from having done it. I don't feel sick to my stomach. It's not upsetting me. I'm not having any, issues, tummy issues or anything else like that from having eaten it. I don't feel sick or blasé. I don't feel drained or depressed because I ate it. So I'm not noticing any negative physical reactions to having had barbecue sauce, but it does taste yummy. So, I mean, because when I eat milk chocolate or something, my tummy automatically tells me we do not like this. So there are other things that I've had and my tummy's just no, we do not like this. So I have learned that there are things my tummy will just flat out tell me if I listen, we do not like this. And it's not saying that to the barbecue sauce. So I think I'm okay with the barbecue sauce, and I love the way the barbecue sauce tastes. So yes, I bought barbecue sauce with sugar in it because I wanted to treat myself. That's my treat. That's my spoiling myself. That's my cheating on my diet. And at this point, I don't care because it's not really a diet. It's meant to be a lifestyle change. And two, there were some things like wheat flour and sugar and stuff that I'm hoping I don't have to permanently keep out of my diet, but I should probably limit how much of those things I have in my diet. And I should probably increase my exercise and get to my weight goals. But anyway, this is me. I'm not perfect. I'm not doing any of these things perfectly, but I'm doing them and I'm trying them. And when I was at the temple on Saturday, I tried to make myself do stairs. I did quite a few more stairs than I normally do just because I was trying to exercise. I did the big stairs and not up the big stairs because I'm not going up. Up is harder than down. I did go up the stairs from the basement because there's not as many of them, but it's still much harder up the stairs. So I did that. Oh, and I went early to the temple and I hung out with my friend that was there. So that was another social thing I forgot that I did. And then I stayed after my shift and did some ordinances of the temple, which is another spiritual thing that I can do. So I did other spiritual things I forgot for this past week. What do you know? Okay, that's my week. That's my week. And I've noticed that when I do more things as far as my goals and I do stuff, even if, it's a little bit begrudgingly at first, I feel happier because I'm doing them. I feel happier because stuff is getting done and I don't feel as weighed down or depressed. And like I said, I feel like mentally my brain is telling me that eating sugar is cheating and I shouldn't do it. But I bought the barbecue sauce and I ate it and I enjoy it. So I'm like, why do I feel guilty if I'm enjoying it and I don't know the adverse effects that it's having on my body? Or maybe it's not having horribly adverse effects on my body. Might spike my sugars a little bit, but again, I'm not diabetic. This is not a diabetic diet. I was mostly changing my diet because I want to lose weight and because I want to control my cholesterol. And I don't know how much sugar affects my cholesterol as it does like my AC1 numbers, which would be towards being diabetic or not. And since my AC1 numbers are going down and I haven't crossed over to being diabetic, I figure it's okay to have a little bit of sugar in my diet. And like I said, I think I've been told honey and agave syrup do the same thing, spike your sugars just like regular sugar does. So it has the same effect on my AC1. And I've been eating honey and agave syrup this entire past year that I've been changing my lifestyle, and my AC1 went down by 2 points, but it still went down. So I was like, it might go down faster if I would cut all of that out, but I don't want to cut all of that out for the rest of my life. I can't see myself doing that, and I want to try to do things that I can see myself doing for the rest of my life and see myself eating healthy for the rest of my life and making healthier choices because I feel better when I make healthier choices, and then I'm happier when I make healthier choices. So it has a positive correlation. So to be happy and to be healthy kind of go together because when I make healthy choices, positive choices, then I feel happier and life feels better. And it's all around a good thing. So I'm trying really hard not to feel guilty about eating the sugar in my barbecue sauce. Like that's my guilty pleasure and it didn't make me sick and I'm still happy. So it's a good thing. I'm just going to go with that. If you don't disagree with that, that's okay. That's your choice. That's everybody has to have something, right? That's my something at this point. So anyway, that's all I have for this week. I will stop rambling now. If you like these videos, you can hit like, subscribe, share with someone else if you think they'll like it too. And I hope you have a great week full of gratitude and find ways to have a healthy and happy life too.